right? Therefore, we need to have a proper plan to go to the next life from this life. We have many plans, right? How many plans we do have? We have a retirement plan. We do have financial plans and educational plans and so many plans in the life. Even we plan the last will and what will happen to my wealth, my money when I'm died. We have a plan, we have written down. And we have planned our funeral as well, right? How much money we should spend for the funeral, for the cremation. Most venerable Ajahns and dear Dhamma friends, it is a privilege for me to be here today, and thank you so much Ajahn for inviting me to share some Dhamma with your community. I am quite familiar with these Laotian traditions as well, but I know only few words. I know Sabaidi, I know Kapchai. Yeah, I think that's more than enough for me. So, Ajahn Sai said maybe I could talk for 1 hour. Are you ready for that? 60 minutes. 60 minutes. Not 1 hour, right? Good. So, let's try to learn some teachings of the Buddha, some Dhamma from the Buddha. We all were fortunate to be a human. It is not easy task to reach. And this human life we didn't get spontaneously. This is a gift. This is a gift from our good karma. You know the word karma, right? This life is a result of good karma. So even today, we all are dedicated to do some good karma here. Therefore, it is better to reflect on our good karmas that we are doing in this life, and it is better to reflect where we have came from and where we'll be going in the future. Instead of giving just a talk, I would like to have a conversation with you. I think it's fruitful than giving a talk. So what do you think? What kind of karma have we done to be a human? Because this is a human life, this is a human world. And what kind of karma have we done in the previous lives? Good karma. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, what do you think? Can we have a human life by doing bad karmas? Yeah? Can we be a human by doing bad karma?
Talking bad? Do bad?
No.
No.
So, we cannot be a human by doing bad karmas. So, in order to be in this human world, we have done many good karmas in previous lives. Then, we were fortunate to have a good parent in this life. And we were fortunate to be in an environment where we can associate the Buddha's teaching, Buddha Dhamma. Because there are many humans in the world who do not have this opportunity. Right? There are many humans in the world who do not have this opportunity, this chance. Therefore, even though we are far away from our home, here we lucky to have this practice. To get a human life is not a easy thing. We have done a lot of good karma. Now we have a human life. We all are humans. So if you do not reach Nibbana, enlightenment in this life, what is your plan for the next life? Do you have a plan? When you die here,
Yes.
what is your plan?
Go to the heaven.
Get to the heaven, yes. Go to the heaven. So you don't want to become a human, right? Do you want to come here again, come back?
Not sure.
Not sure? Why? You don't like it? Don't you want to be a human again? We do. Because human worlds, only the human worlds has this chance, the opportunity to good karmas. See, you do have animals, right? We love animals, no doubt. You have pets like dog and cats and some other animals too. How many of them go to the temple or a church when you go to the church or the temple? To do puja, to do offering to the monks or church or whatever. Does any animal go with you to do those religious things?
No.
Why? Because they don't know how to do those things, right?
Yes.
Yes. Why we come to the temple? Because we are humans and we know how to do those things. Right? If we are going to be an animal in the next life, we don't know yet. Right? If we will be an animal in the next life, will we have a chance to come to the temple or go to the church?
No.
No. Why? We missed the chance. So, if you do like to go to the heaven hereafter, or if you want to be a human again, maybe reborn in Laos or Thai or Sri Lanka or Canada or whatever, to be a human, what we need to practice? Human qualities. Human qualities. There are many human qualities. We all have those things. The one thing is we do like the temple. That's why we come to the temple. And what the temple teaches us, good things. How to develop ourselves. Not only the temple, even churches. They do teach the good things as well. So, if we like to be a human again or go to the heaven, we need to develop, we need to cultivate all these qualities that can lead us to the heaven or to the human world. So, if you begin to hate to humans, if you try to refuse humans, if you try to reject humans, what is the meaning of that? It means you don't like humans. And sometimes we say, I hate my life. Right? If I say I hate my life as a human, I don't like this human life. If I don't like this human life, which means I'm refusing this humanness, then by refusing, by rejecting this humanness, this humanity, at the same time I say, I want to be a human. Do you think we can be a human again by refusing this life? No. Therefore, we need to love ourselves. We need to love this humanness. Why we need to love and how we can love? Love is the one thing that we can develop from ourselves. Do you love yourself?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay, answer this question as well. So you say you love yourselves. I know, we all are panicked to die. Right? We are afraid of getting sick. Right?
Yes.
And we don't want to be bad or sad or cry. We only need the happiness. Do you get angry?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes. Then this is a suggestion for you. If you love yourself, you have to think about that anger. Because if you do not know what is the result of getting angry, then you never get angry. If you really know what is the result of getting angry, you never get angry. Why? When we are angry, we can kill people or animals. We have that power inside. Sometimes I say, I will kill you, right? We use that words. And sometimes when we are angry, I can commit to kill myself. That is suicide. And when we are angry, we say, I hate you. Right? And sometimes when we are angry, we say, go to the hell. Right? Are we doing good things? When we say someone to, you go to the hell, then we are kind of in the hell too. Why? Because we are making hell here within ourselves. Therefore, if we really know the result of anger, we shouldn't get angry. Anger like a poison. Do you like to get poison? No. Then why still we drink poison? Right?
Sometimes that's
Well, poison is poison, right? Poison is poison. Doesn't matter a bottle, doesn't matter a single drop. That can kill us. Right? One single drop can kill us. Maybe one bottle can kill us too. Poison is poison. Badness is badness. And if we really love ourselves, we need to be kind to ourselves. And we need to think about ourselves. But what we do, we think about he and she and that person and this person, the neighbors and the other country, America, Canada, Laos, Sri Lanka. We think about the other countries and other people, but we don't have time to think about ourselves. We always worry about others, right? How they drive, how they cook, how they teach, how they talk, how they sleep, how they dress. But we don't have time to think about ourselves, how I walk, how I talk, how I sleep, how I do things. We don't have time. Why? Because we always worry about others. If we really worry about myself, if we really love ourselves, we have to think about ourselves. We don't want to spend time to think about others. But if we don't have that knowledge, We know we are doing bad, but we don't have the wisdom to understand it. Then, if we like to be a human in the next life, we need to do all the good things, not the bad things. Period. So, if you want to be going to the heaven, you need to do all the good things, not the bad things. Again, what we can develop here, what we can cultivate in this life as a human, we can develop loving kindness. Have you heard that? Loving kindness, we call it metta. Metta is the love that we can share equally with everyone. Metta does not have the craving or lust. It's equal. When we practice metta, we don't separate, oh, we are Laotians, we are Sri Lankans, we are Canadians, we are white people, we are brown people, we are Buddhist, we are Catholic, we are Muslims, we are Hindu. We don't want to separate. Why? We all are humans. We all are in a human body with different cultures. There is no any separation. There is no any difference between these cultures. We'll see. Few minutes ago, if you noticed that candles just fall into me, and luckily it was in my coffee. So, if I get burned, I will get a wound. Then I have to treat. Then I'm a Sri Lankan. If that candle fall into a Laotian or Canadian, they also get burned and they will have a wound. We can get medication or some cream or some stuff to heal it. Then when I have that wound, can I say this is a Sri Lankan wound? Can a Laotian have that wound as a Laotian wound? No. A Canadian? No. Wound is a wound. Pain is a pain. Feeling is a feeling. There's no Sri Lankan feeling, there's no Canadian feeling, there's no Laotian feeling. And can I say this is a Buddhist wound? This is a Christian wound? This is a Muslim wound, Islamic wound, or Hindu wound? No. Wound is a wound. There's no religion. There's no ethnicity for that. There's no color for that. Burning is burning. Right? Wound is wound. When we get healed, it's cured. Doctors do not treat as the religion or the caste or whatever the separation of us. Then when we practice loving kindness, loving friendliness, metta, we can radiate, we can release metta to everyone equally, despite of their ethnicity, color, tradition, culture. That's why it is an equal practice, a same practice that can serve to anyone else in the world. I am teaching the way how we can go to the heaven. Therefore, you have to listen to it, okay? The first one is metta, loving kindness. The second one is compassion. What is compassion? We have a kind feeling when someone suffers, when someone worries and sad. If I get burned, maybe you will be sad, oh, Bante got burned. There will be some kindness. I believe so. And there will be some sadness because of the wound. Then, we always have that kind of feelings, right, towards others. When we see sadness and all this suffering in the world, not only for humans, even for animals and the other beings, we suffer and we worry. And we wish, may they be free from that suffering. That's the compassion. That's the compassion. Instead of hating, instead of saying, may you go to the hell, we say, may you be well. And we be compassionate. And the third one is altruistic joy, altruism, sympathy, sympathetic joy. If I simplify it a little more, it's about unselfish concern. Again, appreciation. Again, not being jealous. Not being jealous. We all have that feeling. We all have that feeling. We have jealousy about others' things. What others have. Sometimes we jealous about others' education, their wealth, and their properties. And we don't appreciate it. What Buddha taught to us? We can appreciate what others have. When someone is graduated, educated, if we heard that, we can have some appreciation. Oh, that is better, that's good. That person has that capability of getting a degree. And maybe I can be poor, but there are many rich people. By seeing these rich people, if I feel jealousy, then what happened to me? I don't appreciate others. As well as we need to think about ourselves. We need to be satisfied with what I have. As a human, do you appreciate your humanness? Do you like your humanness, this human life? Yes. Do you appreciate what you have? How you appreciate? Don't you worry, oh, I don't have much things. I should earn more things. It's okay to earn more things, no doubt. But whatever, sometimes we worry, oh, I don't have many clothes, but others do have. I don't have a fancy house, others have. I don't have a big fancy car, but others have. See, I worry about not having shoes. But there are many people who don't have legs to wear shoes. Right? And I have 2 eyes. There are many blind people. Then I should appreciate these eyes. I have good ears. There are many deaf people. I should appreciate my ears. Why? I got these eyes because of a good karma. I got these ears because of a good karma. I have good nose. There are many people who doesn't smell, who don't smell well. They don't have that ability. They are blocked. Then I am lucky because I have a good nose. I can smell whatever I want. And I have a good tongue. I can taste. Right? And I can talk. There are many people mute. They cannot talk. I can walk. I can move my body. Simply I'm functional. I can do whatever I want. There are many people who are disability, right? Disabled people. They cannot walk. They cannot do things. They cannot use their hands. Some people are in the bed for the entire life. Then aren't we lucky? The other thing is, I have a good mind. I can think, right? There are many mental disabled people, mental sicknesses, unconscious people. I'm conscious, I have good mind, I can think. So I am lucky, right? Then shouldn't I appreciate myself what I have? Do you walk to the temple or do you drive to the temple? Many of you drive, right? then you have 4 wheels to drive to the temple. Doesn't matter how luxurious that car. Do you live in a street or in a house? In a house. That can be an apartment, that can be a condo, that can be a townhouse, that can be a real big house. But whatsoever, it is a place to live, right? I have a place to live in this Canada, in this very, very cold country without suffering. I have heating. I have air conditioning, right? Then why we worry? And why we do not appreciate what we have? Because we are not satisfied. We are not happy what we have. Then what was the third one? We need to appreciate what others have. We need to appreciate what I have. Then we need to be happy what I am having. Also, you can earn many things in the future. There is no blockage. There is no any barrier for that. And the fourth one is equanimity. Equanimity is being balanced ourselves, equipoising ourselves. What is being balanced? When we are angry, that's unbalancing ourselves. When we are mad, that's unbalancing. When we are bad, that is unbalancing. Then we have to come to the middle, right? Then we balance ourselves. If someone died, we need to accept. Why? That's the nature. If someone robbed our house, we need to go to the police and we need to do the investigation, but we need to tolerate, right? And we need to take the legal actions, no doubt, but we have to be balanced. We can jump here and there, run here and there, talk to here and there and share all the news everywhere, but what we get? We get nothing. So therefore, we need to have some sort of balance. Therefore, for this, Buddha has taught 3 other things, which is generosity. What we call generosity is dana. We call dana. Dana is now you are doing more dana to the temples and the churches and for this community. That is for our happiness. Then sila. What is sila? Sila is pancha sila, right? Atthanga sila for full moon days and dasa sila. Being a good person, sila is the word being virtuous is simply being authentic to myself, being honest to myself. Authenticity is, the honesty is the sila, virtues. I try to be honest, not to kill, not to steal, not to sexual misconduct, not to lie, not to intoxicate myself. Those are the 5 precepts. Those are very basic human qualities. Then if I commit to kill or steal or sexual misconduct or lie or harsh words, gossiping and intoxicate myself, which means I am dragging myself from the human life, from humanness. When I am dragging myself away from the humanness, I am developing badness, inhuman things as a human. Then there will be bad karma and there will be a good bad result. Then there is no way to go to the heaven or human world again. So therefore the very fundamental teaching is we need to establish this goodness. Dana and sila, generosity and being virtuous. The third one is bhavana, samadhi. Right? How many of you do samadhi per day?
Not per day.
Not per day? Not every day?
Not every day.
Not every day, right? Samadhi is meditation.
No.
So what is meditation? Meditation is developing the mind. Why? This mind can get polluted and unclear and messy because of our badness. by offering dana, offering to the temple or the monks or whoever you want, and being virtuous, having a moral life, doing sila, we can clear and purify ourselves. But mind always get messy because of our badness. Therefore, we need to purify and clean the mind. If we do not clean the mind, there is no way go to the where? Heaven.
Yeah.
No, there is no way to go to the heaven. Why? We need to purify the mind. So you do a lot of dana, generosity, offerings. And by offering we wish, may I go to the heaven. Buddha said, nobody can go to the heaven only by offering. What we have to do? We have to be virtuous. We have to practice sila. And some people want to go to the Brahma world. Brahma world means above the heavens. And they practice dana, generosity and sila, and they don't meditate and they cannot go. So therefore, we need to practice dana, sila, bhavana also. Finally, we all are here in this country, in this world. We have many plans, right? How many plans we do have? We have a retirement plan. What we are going to do after retirement, right? We do have plan for our children. We do have financial plans and educational plans and so many plans in the life. Even we plan the last will and what will happen to my wealth, my money when I am died. We have a plan, we have written down. And we have planned our funeral as well, right? How much money we should spend for the funeral, for the cremation. That's it, right? We have many plans for this life. We have mortgage plan, we have financial plans, and we have insurance and so many things. But have we planned the mind to bring when we died? Have we a plan? Do we have a plan? How we can take this mind from this life to the next life? We do have a plan how we can do the funeral, right? It doesn't matter how they cremate us because we don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they will keep it, maybe they will throw it away, right? We don't know, but hereafter, if we don't have a plan for the next birth, what will happen? We just go there and we just stay there. Whatever we get, we have to be satisfied. Right? Well, see, if you go to Calgary, if you don't have a plan how to go and where to stop and what you're going to do in Calgary, we just go Calgary and wander around and we just come back. We get nothing. Whatever in Calgary, we have to accept it. Right? Therefore, we need to have a proper plan to go to the next life from this life. Do you understand it?
Yes.
We should have a proper plan for the next life, not only for this life. We think about only this mortgage. We think about only this insurance. Have we insured our life for the next life? Are you ready to pay your mortgage hereafter? Have you earned things for your payments? Have you ready your ticket? No. Why? We don't have a plan for that. We have a plan in this crazy world. It's okay to have a plan here, but be wise to have a proper plan for the next life as well. So, let's summarize the Dhamma. We fortunately had this human life and we had good parents, no complaints whatsoever, because anyway they supported us to be in a human in this world, no matter what, then we need to respect to that. And we are lucky to have this good human life with these functional senses, and we are educated, we have enough thing to survive, and we need to love ourselves, we need to love others, we need to be kind to ourselves, we need to kind others as well, right? And we need to develop the mind, we need to meditate, and we need to purify ourselves in order to have a good life in the next rebirth, in the next birth. Therefore, if you want to go to the heaven, you have to plan it here. If you want to be a human again, you have to plan it here. If you want to go to the Nibbana, Nirvana, or the liberation, you have to plan it here. Today, at this moment, not tomorrow, not week after, not next year, today. So therefore, by offering these things and by dedicating your time, wealth and energy towards the temple, towards the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, you have committed to practice this, and you are generating more karma, good karma for your journey to this life and hereafter. So therefore, by the power of these accumulated merits, may you be well, happy and peaceful. Finally, may you attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu.